German commanders believed the Atlantic was a secure stronghold against Allied advances. They were wrong. On June 4, 1944, U-505, a Type IXC submarine, was captured off the coast of West Africa by the U.S. Navy's Task Group 22.3. This was rather unexpected as German submarines were considered elusive predators of the high seas. The submarine, measuring 76.76 meters in length and equipped with 6 53.3 centimeters torpedo tubes, seemed nearly impossible to seize. Yet, American forces, employing coordinated naval and air operations, defied expectations. Through careful planning and execution, they neutralized U-505 within a few hours with almost the entire crew taken prisoner. The contrast could not have been starker. From the formidable predator of the Atlantic to an ensnared prey. This operation marked a rare and significant naval victory, revealing tactical brilliance and strategic mastery unseen before. June 4, 1944, 10:15 hours. Captain Daniel V. Gallery initiated a covert operation at Grid Reference Point in the Atlantic. His objective was clear: capture enemy submarine U-505 intact. Task Group 22.3, which included escort carriers and destroyer escorts with approximately 1,500 personnel, was tasked with this mission. On the opposing side, the U-boat flotilla, under the command of Oberleutnant Sir C. Harold Lang, comprised several German submarines, with the U-505 located off West Africa's coast. Equipped with 6 torpedo tubes and state-of-the-art detection systems, these vessels were formidable in defense. The Allies anticipated a stealth encounter, leveraging advanced sonar and air reconnaissance reports to estimate German patrols. Despite their preparation, the unforeseen factor was U-505's surface position due to technical malfunctions, making it vulnerable to detection. Intelligence from planes and intercepts revealed potential capture possibilities, but failed to predict mechanical breakdowns. The vast expanse and variable Atlantic weather posed significant challenges. Swells reached over 3 meters, complicating maneuvers. What transpired in the following hours would influence naval engagements and intelligence operations. At 1,110 hours, the operation began with sonar detection pinpointing U-505's location. The destroyer USS Chatelaine, carrying 200 crew under Lieutenant Commander Dudley S. Knox, launched an assault. Equipped with anti-submarine mortars and depth charges, the waters of the Atlantic roared as U-505 was forced to surface. Oberleutnant Sir C. Lang commanded the U-boat crew to man deck weapons, but the barrage overwhelmed them. By 1,150 hours, USS Guadalcanal dispatched a boarding party, 15 sailors expertly trained for such capture missions. Meanwhile, inside U-505, Chief Engineer Fritz Honig struggled with failing engines and leaking compartments. At 1,210 hours, Intelligence Officer Lieutenant Eric L. Johnson, aboard USS Guadalcanal, intercepted a distress signal. This compromised any radio silence, alarming potential German reinforcements. German radioman Dieter Wolf at his post reported strange Allied movements, unaware of a severed communications line. High winds at 22 knots and limited visibility hampered responses in the chaos. At 1,230 hours, USS Chatelaine secured its prize, U-505, succeeded by deployment of salvage equipment to stabilize the submarine. Captain Gallery's strategic capture changed the stakes in naval warfare, leading to significant intelligence gains and protective measures. By 1,245 hours, the captured U-boat signaled a shift in the Atlantic battle strategies. At 1,245 hours, Lieutenant Commander Dudley S. Knox surveyed U-505's deck, uncovering intact Enigma machines. These cryptographic devices, hidden beneath hatches, revealed coded messages. An on-site call informed Captain Daniel V. Gallery immediately of the substantial intelligence. Task Force Communications recorded unexpected specificity in data, a crucial find. The Enigma's presence signified immediate decryption advantages for the Allies. Previously, U-boat communications assumed secure. Decoding undersea warfare logic was pivotal. Task group planners compared Enigma data volumes, noting a staggering backlog: 700 encrypted messages versus anticipated 200. This discrepancy underscored encryption's challenge and necessitated swift team alerts. Allied crypt analysts responded by redirecting 45 personnel to high-priority shifts. Deciphering Enigma enabled breaking German codes at speeds exceeding projections by 20%, shattering encryption reliance. Within 24 hours, intelligence flow altered tactical operations, affecting 6 naval sectors across the Atlantic theater. Task Force records detailed altered convoy routes, reducing encounter probabilities by 30%. Consequently, German supply lines faced strategic disruptions. The Allies engaged additional covert submarine operations based on enriched intelligence, imposing severe pressure on Axis plans. Documents retrieved in 1997 revealed that the capture of U-505 owed its success partly to a fortunate yet unusual atmospheric phenomenon. According to reports from the National Archives and Records Administration, NARA, a sudden break in a cloud cover provided the perfect window for an American aircraft to spot the surfaced U-boat. This element of serendipity contradicted previous belief that the operation relied solely on strategic planning. Moreover, this meteorological insight highlights nature's unexpected role, challenging narratives that purely celebrate tactical skill. Furthermore, medical logs from the USS Guadalcanal revealed a striking disparity between the official inventory of captured materials and the reality. While reports claimed a comprehensive seizure of 90% of the U-boat's equipment, the onboard inventory lists indicated only 70% of the items were recovered intact. The missing 20% included critical codebooks, a fact that was documented in the ship's medical logs following debriefing sessions with the German crew. This shortfall imposed a tactical limitation, hastening the need for prompt innovation in intelligence exploitation. For decades, historians believed that U-505's capture was primarily due to superior American naval capabilities. However, a study by military historian Drive Klaus Nordman in 2005 revealed that environmental factors played a crucial role. Declassified files in 1997 showed that a rare break in the cloud cover was pivotal in the submarine's detection, expanding our understanding beyond mere tactical superiority. This incident compares to the 1942 Battle of the Atlantic, where environmental conditions similarly altered tactical engagements. Today, there is broad consensus that weather patterns and environmental factors are integral to understanding naval warfare outcomes, as evidenced by the holdings in the National Archives and the Kriegsmarine's archived weather reports. However, debates persist regarding the degree of reliance on weather predictions during such engagements, highlighting the evolving complexity in naval historiography. Oberleutnant Sir C. Harold Lang, commander of U-505, aged 27, faced a critical decision point when the submarine was forced to surface under dire circumstances on June 4, 1944. According to his post-war account, the engines failed and flooding ensued. We had to surface or be lost. During the encounter, Lang resisted capture as long as possible but ultimately ordered the surrender to avoid loss of life. After being taken prisoner, Lang was interrogated at a POW camp in Louisiana, providing valuable insights into German submarine tactics. Despite initial imprisonment, he dedicated his post-war life to writing and teaching naval history in Germany, contributing to several academic publications, thus impacting naval doctrine by sharing his first-hand experiences. His testimony, preserved in the U-505 archive at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, reflects the broader experiences of the 59 crewmen who faced capture that day, influencing subsequent naval engagement strategies. The capture of U-505 marked a pivotal turn in the Battle of the Atlantic by compelling a reassessment of German U-boat deployment. The reallocation of Allied naval assets demonstrated immediate strategic flexibility, redistributing 3 additional anti-submarine escort groups to previously vulnerable Atlantic sectors. Casualty projections estimated a 12% reduction in shipping losses in the region, contrasting the anticipated 18%. This operation led to unforeseen resource reallocations, significantly altering the campaign's course, with Allies reducing attrition on supply lines critical for European invasions. The consequent redistribution of operational priorities saw significant shifts in long-term strategic planning. By November 1944, Allied command had integrated these insights into broader naval doctrines. Operations originally set for late March 1945 were executed in mid-January, a 3-month acceleration. The adaptability demonstrated by the Allies altered the Atlantic theater's pace, ultimately shortening the war's duration and fortifying naval coordination principles between Allied nations. This new doctrine emphasized preemptive strikes, harmonizing with the Atlantic and Pacific campaigns in synchronized offensive strategies. Historian Dr. Klaus Nordmann calculates that if U-505 had not been captured, the Allied invasion of Normandy might have faced delays by 6 weeks. The consensus within the academic community highlights its strategic significance as a turning point in naval intelligence warfare. Comparatively, the added troop efficiency in post-capture operations mirrored the logistical advancements seen after the 1942 Guadalcanal campaign, underscoring similar strategic value reconfigurations.